wrong because they're pretty loud over there. So let's make some noise, like really loud. Like just start screaming as loud as you can.
This is a tie. Do you know why they call it a tie? Because you tie it. By the time you leave here today, I'm going to teach you how to tie a tie. Even though we told her not to, she couldn't avoid the temptation of looking at Eminem.
We, the young people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare.
You must cut it down the middle like you're a 6-year-old. Typically, the best compliment for peanut butter jelly is milk and makes for a delicious meal. That's my speech.
So everyone take a good look at this awesome picture. You might all be thinking, "Aw, these three little boys are so cute." False. That's me right in the middle.
What I'm going to tell you and persuade you takes a lot of open-mindedness. And not like the open-mindedness that you tell your grandparents when you're going out to a public place, but like really open-minded. I'm going to convince you all that Bigfoot is an alien.
Some kid just decided to just put me on a chokehold for no reason. Next thing you know, my brother's like right behind me punching me in the face. And I'm just like, alright, so I learned 2 things. 1, I can't fight, and 2, my brother always has my back, which is cool. And so things like that just like makes me happy having a twin, especially when I was young.
I think that that's really helpful, and I feel like we've come so far in the way that music's been listened to. We started out with like using records, and then we moved to cassettes and CDs, and now we can just stream it online.
Being involved in Greek life, you acquire skills in your organization that you also use in your professional life. If you want all of what I mentioned, and you think you have what it takes, then go Greek.
The teacher I had at the time, because I was privately tutored, he told me that if you make a mistake on stage, you just have to keep going. And for some reason that stuck with me as a kid. So whenever I made a mistake when I was practicing, I just kept going.
So the first step of drawing an eye, or anything for that matter, is to break it down into shapes. The type of eye that I'm going to be drawing is called a semi-realistic eye. And then for the iris, it's actually not a full circle. It's a half circle, like that, or like not half, but like it's cut off at the top because of like the fold in your eye. So you start off with the pupil, and you just sort of like want to go up as if you were going around it because of the light, and then go over it halfway, like darker, and then go back up. So you just want to do like a whole bunch of those. And yeah, I guess that's it.
The invention of the blender and the fridge has really brought smoothies to the United States, because before the fridge, especially, they couldn't use out-of-season fruit. So once they had the fridge and the freezer, then they could freeze the fruit and use it all throughout the year. Banana from Will's, ice I took from my roommate, peanut butter, Will's Market, and half and half.
Simply, you plug in your blender,
then you push yes. So that's how you make it.
This is probably the easiest thing you can do for origami, but there's multiple things. You can make hearts, you can make planes, you can make almost anything out of origami, and it's a great tradition to have, and everybody should look at origami and try it.
Hi everyone, I'm Santaro, I'm from Japan, and today I'd like to talk about the legendary musician of all time, Bruce Springsteen. And I have so before enter the main topic, I want to ask a question. Do you know this album? I'm gonna introduce a Japanese traditional card game called Karuta, and so coffee. So funny one.
Yeah, I cut it off there, but I posted this on YouTube yesterday, so if anyone wants to see the whole thing, it's about 7 minutes long. I just go around basically just messing with people around campus, and when I'm home, I do it like in all different campuses. Right now, I don't have transportation, so I can't do it in other campuses, but over break, we're going to all different campuses around my area, and yeah, it's actually really fun. It's besides from making money, it's honestly like just a really great, you know, way to waste your time. It's awesome. Yeah. And
Oneonta, New York is a town and city about 20 miles south from Cooperstown. The majority of the population right here is really just college students. And we have two colleges. There's Harvard College and then there's SUNY Oneonta College where we go.
By a show of hands, how many people here have ever drawn a bald eagle or know how to? Step. Everyone, if they want to follow along, they can. So if you just pass these back. The reason I picked an eagle is because as a child, the bald eagle is always my favorite animal because it's America's bird, and I also used to draw a lot as a child. We're going to start with the head, so you're going to want to start towards the neck and come up like this. Kind of curve in and then come back up and over. Since the top of the head is white and the rest of the body is brown, you just kind of make a zigzag like that. Does anyone have any questions so far? And the other side is a lot less curved and it's supposed to come down just a little bit farther than that end. Kind of like that. So starting from here, big loop down here to about like the end of this, and then another line from here down a little bit farther than the next one. And you just want to like make loops on it because the tail is made out of feathers. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone think they drew a really good one? Better than this?
Another type of joke that we all know and some of us love, some hate, we have the knock knock jokes. So, knock knock. Britney Spears. Knock knock. Oops, I did it again. Now that you all have a little more information about jokes and how terrible people are and how terribleness makes them great, I will leave you with one more. The past, present, and future walked into a bar. It was tense.
You want to make sure that the thin side is on your right and the wide side is on your left. Put it under the wide side, like this. Then you wrap this side, and just make sure you hold these two parts together with your fingers so it doesn't come undone. So take the wide side, wrap it around like this.
If you had the power to see what your life is going to be like in the next 8 years, like right before you die,
would you want to see all of your achievements, or would you be too scared to see what your failures were that you wouldn't even take it on? Because life is what you make it. People of importance and others is not a lack of strength or lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. So are you willing to put in the effort to make life what you want it and to make it as great as it can be?
Now to understand why they're hunted, it's an integral part of Chinese culture. The shark fin soup and any shark dish is like a necessity at weddings and corporate dinners. 95% of weddings have some kind of shark, just to show you how big it is. And it's very profitable, $260 per caddy. Each caddy holds around 10 portions. So it's like $26 for dinner before it's even prepared.
Once you're in posture, you have to allow the muscles like below the hips to relax, and besides your neck, your head, and your back. And then when you have all your muscles relaxed, it's important to do 3 long breaths.
What Tom's gonna do is gonna toss me the ball and I go over there. It's sort of like the overhand pass, but you have to use more of your fingertips to guide the ball where you want. It's a little harder because the ball can't spin when you do it. It's weird.